Hello, and one other thing, basically, I wanted to show. It's not really important, and I imagine people probably could easily figure this out on their own, but auto doors. I was thinking of incorporating that into my modules. Just have them like ignore enemies and set the sensors to register who's the owner and who's their allies and stuff, and that'd be pretty much it. And you just have auto doors that open up for the people to get through freely and keep enemies slowed down. Pretty useful, I'd say. Also, I was thinking about something else that I set up to some degree here. Yeah. Hang on, I'll just set this up real quick like this, and this, and then turn this back off. And basically I was thinking, like, every time I load it up, that's reset, but basically I just walk over here and instant alarm. Just add sensor. That was just, it's nothing really. I mean, anyone could do that, but I was thinking I could maybe hook up something like that as well to the to a module of a ship, module parts in a ship, but I don't know about that one. I mean, at the very least, I'd like to set up like tactical red lights throughout all the modules, just for the purpose of being a easy access red light alarm thing I could set up. And then instead of having like multiple sound blocks throughout the modules, I just have like one sound block in like the center of the ship, and then trigger it with the alarm and this stuff, and I just basically have it hooked up to like easy access commands, so you can just set it off on your own. And I mean, I could make like a system that detects players, but enemy players like getting in range of the ship, or in range of like accessing an area that they're not supposed to. But for ships, that doesn't seem as useful. Instead, I think the biggest and most useful option I can exploit for that is stations, actually. Just hook it up to some stations and voila, there you go. Yeah, I'd set up an alarm system on a station that's triggered when enemies try to get in. Because I think a station has more use for that kind of enemy triggered alarm than a spaceship typically does. Can't talk today, apparently. I was thinking of using an auto lock system, but then I realized that players, if you own the door, can't open the door on their own anyway. So ownership of a door means enemy players can't open it, which means an auto lock system is kind of pointless. So yeah, auto lock system not required. Auto door system is very useful. Auto lock system no. So yeah, just another little thing I was playing with. That's it for this. I'll pass you on to another video section of something I was doing. Slow motion activated. Back to normal. Slow motion activated. I've developed the slow motion piston. gosh. I just run. Oh my gosh. Well, aren't you a problem, good sir? I was kind of hoping I could build a little piston that could just do this kind of thing up and down, be really quick about it, and be kind of cool looking, but I did not expect to generate a slow motion machine in the process. I wonder if I like take out that. If it, oh my goodness, it still is slow. This I'll get out. It's not even attached. You serious? Wow. Okay. So what if I do this and that? Am I still slowed? Slow motion without any connections. Okay. Well. That was not what? Keep. Okay. Yeah. So if you take off all the piston heads, the pistons stop working. Fascinating. Yeah. Also, I wanted to show you something, just briefly, real quick. Stop glitching. No, stop it. Thank you. It's just a little something that I can do real quick. That looks kind of neat if you do it. I was thinking of using this for fancy little fancy thingy-majig. Let's see here. I set this to about 85,000. Not high enough. Max. Why are they not? Really? They're at maximum power. Why are they not? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's try. Oh, I know why they're not doing the thing. I need more power. There we go. Yeah. I call these the plasma converters. something kind of neat. I mean, look at these giant beams of blue light that attach and they kind of flicker in the middle as they're connecting between devices, as it were. It's just, I know it's thrusters, but it looks cool. Tell me that doesn't look cool. I was gonna have like these pistons going up and down, it's like thrusting up and down here, and have like this kind of weird mechanism with these flame pulses and stuff. I was gonna try and make a room, industrial complex room that was based with these kind of things in there. But unfortunately, the pistons didn't quite work out. On the plus side, on the plus side, I can still use these thrusters for coolness factor of an industrial complex, though I need a really big room to work with them, or at least a long room to put them on their sides, which is much more dangerous, I imagine. And no, these do not actually apply thrust. Let me demonstrate. Because the top and the bottom are equaled out in their thrust, this cannot actually move the station at all. See? Not moving at all. So yeah, these thrusters, unless I maybe remove that, then again they'll all shut off anyway. But yeah, it's essentially, this station is completely immobile. Even though it's got thrusters burning constantly. Now, something else I could do is right here. If I just take this and go like, let's just tune this down about to 8,000. Yeah, could tune it down a little bit. That just looks cool, doesn't it? It does require a little bit of power, though. Like, how much power does these call anyway? Does not actually say. Okay, what's it saying here? Draining power 11.99%. Reactors. Does not actually say how much it's actually draining, though. At 11.99, so about 12%. That means that yeah, 100 from that, according to the system, right? It said 100 megawatts. So it's draining 12 megawatts to do these several individual units. Which means if you knocked out like that one, it would probably be down to 8 megawatts, and then knock another one out, you'd be down to 4 megawatts. That is, yeah, proper enunciations. That'd be about 4 megawatts for that. Cut that in half, and you've got 2 megawatts. So 2 thrusters is about a megawatt in energy cost, having it at near maximum capacity. Actually, quick question: if I just turn these up all the way to max, went to 14%, so it goes above 1 megawatt between 2 thrusters if you max out the thrust. Anyway, you can reduce it or increase it depending on things. And technically, I could also reduce the distance between these to a maximum of about 2, and then have like the thrusters thrusting against each other here at a much closer range, but have it much lower intensity, because then it should work properly. But anyway, yeah, that was it's just an idea for a visual aesthetic, and I think it looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like some kind of reactor core or something kind of fancy energy plasma thingy. It doesn't apply any force on the ship itself when it's active, because when both sides are active anyway. Which means you can basically have these active, and as long as they are left as active, they can't actually cause any harm to your ship. Because if I like try to maneuver up and down, yeah, I can't control them while they're basically not like that. So I can't override their controls or anything, which is good. Though I am curious, if I put this out there and then slide, does have like, yeah, okay, and then if I do this and then slam it down as fast as possible and then pop it back up here, okay, come on, like so. Did that cause it to damage itself from like adjustment? I have to check this because it's important to see if No, no, it didn't damage itself. They stayed at their exact thrust capacity despite being in motion. So no, the thrust override for motion dampening does not override their overridden settings. So they're just a visual aesthetic. A cool one that can burn you to pieces and stuff, but ultimately is otherwise harmless. That just looks cool. Give me a second. Yes. Okay. It's like some kind of like hyper engine field or something. No, I just need like a black hole trapped in the center. I wonder what else could I do to... No, I don't think anything would... I don't have anything that I could stick in the center that wouldn't be immediately obliterated. Alright. Yeah, I think the single pillar equivalent is better. Yeah, well, I guess that's it for this episode. It's just a brief one. I hope it's brief. Well, me hanging around is not going to make it any briefer, so, yeah. That was about that for a visual. It looks like a time machine kind of energy field or something. Just like fade to white, just going right into here, just like fade to white.